So I was checking Twitter and saw on Trends for You, I never use these, but I saw at the top, Capcom Versus. This must be because people are talking about Capcom or Marvel vs. Capcom 2 at EVO, right? So I clicked on it. What's this? V's voice actor, Brian Hanford. Absolutely pumped for the next Capcom Versus game. 3 exclamation points. New characters, but could be very familiar. ...
So it is written.
So obviously he's someone that works for Capcom, so this isn't him just leaking something on his own because he would know Capcom would go after him, unless he's just purposefully trying to undermine something they're doing, but obviously he's still in good relations with them, so this is more than likely some sort of calculated leak, quotations around leak. Typically, when someone that works for a company does something like this, it's usually prompted by the company to make it look like an accident, just to get people talking about it. So, obviously this doesn't say that they're working on one, but it's heavily implying that there will be another one. And, this isn't even a whole, so, I am absolutely pumped for the next Capcom Versus game. That's basically a full sentence, even though it's not. But new characters could be very familiar. New characters, but could be very familiar. I don't even know what that means. Obviously, it's saying new characters are going to be in it, but could be very familiar. Maybe just to echo the whole functions versus functions, maybe they're saying that new characters could replace old characters by being their function, so that's probably not what people want to hear, but I had to report on this because I literally just opened Twitter and saw this, and I haven't seen anyone else talking about this yet in video format, so I just wanted to share this with you guys. Obviously, start theorizing like crazy. Like I said, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is going to be at EVO this year, so if they're already starting to intentionally leak information like this, they might be trying to build up for a big announcement at EVO. An EVO in which I will be present, so that would be awesome if they announce the next Capcom Versus game when I'm there. To read into this further, just taking this literally and just assuming that a new Capcom Versus game is coming out, the fact that it's coming from V's voice actor of all people could mean that V is going to be in the game, but honestly, I would never have expected him to be in the game before this, just because Virgil is such a, obviously overpowered, but love him or hate him, Virgil is a very big part of Marvel vs. Capcom, at least from 3. So I think it's much more likely that Virgil would return instead of V. So whether V replaces Virgil, which shouldn't happen, but if both of them are in, and if both Virgil and V are in the next Capcom Versus game, or if it's just V, I think that would be weird. I think it would be weird for V to replace Virgil, and I also think it would be weird for both Virgil and both V to be in the same game, because obviously if you've played DMZ5, you know that would be weird. But it would be pretty cool since he's sort of a necromancer type archetype. A character that doesn't really fight hand-to-hand but uses his summons. That could be really interesting. But also, this doesn't necessarily have to mean that V is going to be in the game, because just because he voices V doesn't mean that that's all he has to do, right? I don't know. I don't necessarily know if he voices other characters. Apparently, according to his bio here, it just makes it seem as if he voices V, but if he's a voice actor working for Capcom, they can have him voice other characters. Now, what other characters could that be? I don't know. Are there any other characters who could use the same kind of voice that V has? But usually voice actors have a pretty big range, so I don't know if that's really easy to know what other characters Capcom would have him voice. Just because, like I said, voice actors usually have such a big range. Lots of times, you'll hear one character, and then you'll hear another character, and then you'll find out that it has the same voice actor, and you would have never known just because they both sound so different. But anyways, yeah, I had to cover that. Obviously, sound off in the comments. I just wanted to put this in video format and basically make a thread in the comments to start talking about this. So yes, thanks for watching. I will see you later.
Capcom presents